Getting your song played on the radio is a huge milestone for any independent artist, or any artist in fact, in general. But how do you actually make it happen? Today, I'm going through my top tips on how to get your song on the radio. As a presenter on the radio, myself, as a music industry curator, expert, I know what I'm talking about, and I have helped tons of artists. I think we're entering triple digits now into getting their song heard on the radio, which I know is such a lifetime goal for so many of you. So if you're an artist wondering how to get your song on the radio, whether it be a commercial station, BBC introducing, another BBC radio station, or something else, stick around because we are going to be breaking it down how you can do that with your music and how you can increase your chances of getting heard. One of the main reasons that radio play still matters, and yes, I'm saying still matters, I'm a radio presenter, and people really undervalue the power of radio. Yes, it is one of the oldest ways of communicating music and communicating with people, but it's still around and we still need it in our everyday life. Like, I feel weird if I don't have the radio on. I know I'm biased, but it's so powerful. And when you do hear a song that you connect with, you will never, ever forget the radio show, the presenter, where you heard that song for the first time. A radio play is also a great opportunity for you to create content as an artist, which is my favorite thing to talk about, and the most important thing that artists need to focus on these days, as well as the music. A radio play and the right content to go alongside it can generate interest, can make it really look like there is a buzz around your single, your release. So everything kind of works hand in hand. So it's really worth not forgetting about radio and really trying to get 1 or 2 radio plays per single, if you can, as an emerging artist. Presenters and DJs are always looking for fresh talent and new music to play on their show because they want to be the ones to break a new artist. They want to be the ones to say, I played them first. I did. So, and that's what I love to say. I love to say it about a lot of artists. I'm not going to name drop now because that's not what this video is about, but we do love it. So you just got to make sure they hear you. So first and foremost, the easiest way for you to get your song on the radio is by submitting to the BBC Introducing uploader. If you haven't done this before, or if you're new here, or if you're an artist who's never uploaded a song anywhere, then I'm going to break it down for you. BBC Introducing is different local radio stations dotted around the country that play artists from their local area who are new, up and coming, and they all have to have submitted music through the uploader. So if you haven't submitted songs through the uploader, you won't get played on BBC Introducing. Simple as that. It's so simple to upload. You just make a profile, a bio, pictures. It's just like a kind of SoundCloud within the BBC, really. That's how I'd put it. My top tips for uploading on the BBC Introducing uploader would include definitely a radio edit of the song, no swearing, 3 minutes or under, max 3.5, but preferably 3 minutes or under, and a bio, something that really says what the song is about, something that the presenter could say about your song if they were to read from the website and speak on the radio. That really helps make your song appealing to a presenter and to a BBC Introducing. Your song could also be passed on to the national teams if BBC Introducing really like it. I present Future Pop, and we've had loads of artists come through us through BBC Introducing. They send it to us. We then get to play it on a music specialist show on Radio 1, and that is because of BBC Introducing. So it can happen like that. You can increase your chances of being a BBC Introducing artist by engaging with the platform, engaging with the presenters on social media. And I always recommend when you upload a song to the uploader, let the presenter of your local Introducing know that you've uploaded the song and that you listen, that you're a fan, and you know, it all runs in a circle. Like, you want to engage with them because you want them to engage with you. It's really as simple as that. So that really increases your chances as well. BBC Introducing also have a load of live events that go on. They do these events at the Lower Third in Denmark Street. They're also at quite a lot of festivals. So it's always worth just like hanging around, saying hello to people. You never know who you're going to meet. And sometimes really cool people are, well, all the time, really cool people are at BBC Introducing events. And I'm there quite a lot as well. So another thing you can do, which I have literally just come across, is submit your song to anyone on a website called Songbox, right? I learned about this just yesterday, in fact, and it's essentially like a inbuilt website EPK for artists that you can use, and you can upload your tracks, upload your artworks, update your bio and everything, and it creates you a link to your stuff that you can send to everyone, and it's all in one place. You can put YouTube videos on there, and yeah, it's just amazing. Like, I think it's a really needed product and website for emerging artists. So I'm gonna get it. That's how I'm gonna review music. I can review music on there, but you can also create an EPK within the website and just constantly update it and then send that to different people, and then, you know, personalize it to whoever you want. And we're moving on to personalization next, but really recommend Songbox. Let me know if you have any more questions about that, and maybe I can do like a video guide about it. But I'm on there. I'm going to start reviewing music on there. And that's another way that you could get on the radio. Like, if you submit songs to people like me or producers of shows, and I like what I hear, I'll get it on the radio. It is that simple. That's what music shows are all about, and why it's so amazing and special and such a great opportunity that I get to pick music to play on BBC Radio 1. Still pinch myself that is real. If you decide to stick to the old-fashioned way and emails and stuff, messaging, and not get Songbox, or you can do both, because some people just prefer emails. My top tip for emailing people is do not mass email. Personalize your emails. Let the person you're messaging know that it is them you are thinking of. They're not just a host of, you know, addresses that you've got copied and pasted in your notes app and you just bang out every song to the same people. No one will reply to that, I'm telling you. So you just got to keep it short and sweet, Sabrina Carpenter style. Hi, my name is, I'm an artist from, I'm doing this is what I'm all about, my latest track is this, I would love you to hear it because I'm such a fan of your work on da-da-da station, or I loved it when you worked at da-da-da station, or, you know, put some work into the emails. Emails are magical and can be magical. They are not just a cold pit of rejection, which sometimes they might feel like. Playlist additions are really important for radio play because quite often A&Rs or radio producers, presenters, where are they getting their music from? Playlists on streaming services. And if you make it into those playlists, your song is more likely to come up and be generating the streams, be generating the numbers, and get to the top of those playlists. And the presenters and producers are going to think, oh, there's something going on with this track. I need to play it. So again, it kind of all comes back around to submitting your song well to Spotify, like you do with the BBC Introducing Uploader. Always have a good pitch, always have future plans. I talk about this in my most recent advice video, so I will link that here in the video if you want to go check that out. And submitting on Songbox to people like me, I add songs all the time to my Spotify playlist, Jodie Bryant's Discover playlist. It's actually Spotify verified now, which is very cool. And I know that people are looking at that playlist. So if you want to get on there, you submit to me, we build a relationship. You know, maybe you come to a Discover Live event, maybe you engage with Fangirl Files, maybe you engage with these videos, and you just drop a comment, you just let me know like who you are, why you're enjoying the content, and then, you know, it kind of goes from there. But yeah, independent playlist curators like myself, just find ones you like, find ones where you think your song would fit and pitch your song to it. And if it's an independent curator, go on their Instagram, DM them, or send them a link to your music. And hopefully you'll find yourself amongst other songs that are similar, or, you know, you fit the vibe with. And then streaming services like Spotify or pluggers or A&Rs or radio producers, presenters will see your song amongst, you know, the style of music and think, oh, that really goes. I'm gonna pop that into the new da-da-da show. It's just all like, do you see how it makes sense? It is all very logical, but it just seems like an impossible whirlwind sometimes. But that is why I am here to help you. So I hope this is helping so far. And I hope you've got a notebook and pen, or you just save this video to your playlist if you're a new artist as well. The other way of getting your song picked up by radio producers and presenters and getting it a play on the radio is obviously by creating social media hype. I talk about this a lot and you all know how important this is. If you don't, I would go back and watch one of my first videos about the ins and outs for 2025 of being an independent artist. But if not, I will quickly regurgitate this, but I'll do lots more videos on this because we all know it's very important. We all know it's very tiring as an artist to keep churning out the content, but really churn out the content. Create a buzz around your single, see which lyrics relate most or hit most with audience members, which reels are doing the best, which sections of the song are reaching the most people, which kind of people is that, analyze your own song, your own data, and then build on that and then generate a buzz. And then, people will start sharing your song, get friends to post your song on their story and say what it means to them. And someone will see that story and think, that's got a bit of something about it. I need to play it on the radio. And you might think that this doesn't happen often, but it does. There are so many new music radio shows, whether it be on BBC Introducing, Radio 1, or other community stations like Voices Radio, there's Future Hits Radio. There's so many places that your music can be heard by millions of people all at one time. And that is what this video is for. And on the topic of community stations, and not just relying on BBC Introducing, because if you're an emerging artist, you might be right at the start of your career. You might not yet have the BBC Introducing backing, or you might not have the production levels that a song needs to get played on BBC Radio, but you might have a really cool song. I'd recommend researching your local area, finding out about the hospital radios, community radio stations, different ways that you can get your song played, and just look at where the options are. Radio is everywhere. I think people don't grasp that there are hundreds and hundreds of radio stations. And you can reach out to whichever one you want, whichever one you think you've got a shot at, and they could play your music and you'll always remember that moment and it'll be really special for you. And what I would say is that it is nowhere near impossible. Everything is possible. I'm a big believer in that. But getting your song on the radio, I think, is a very achievable dream that you can do. And if you do every single one of these tips in this video, your song will be on a radio station. So let me know what you think and let me know if this works. Let me know if it helps and who you're submitting your song to. Let me know if you're going to send me your song on Songbox, because it's a really new and exciting platform I'm excited about. I'm just excited about organizing my Instagram DMs, to be honest. But there you have it. A step-by-step guide on how to submit your songs to radio stations and get them in front of the right people. BBC Introducing is obviously so great, but if you're not succeeding there, do not stop. Maybe your time will come in a few weeks, months, years. You can reach out to producers, presenters, market research your song, different radio stations, community stations, internet stations, playlist curators, pitch to Spotify. Playlist curators, of course, sending your song to Spotify, of course, independent ones though, and gig curators, and just take advantage of every single bit of momentum you get to build more of a buzz around your single, around your music, because that is what is gonna ultimately get you, playlisted on daytimes and played by other radio DJs who aren't specifically the one that found your song. And that's when a real buzz starts, because you're being played on multiple shows throughout the day. Maybe you're being played 3 to 4 times, then it's gonna up to however many times like Sabrina Carpenter is played, which is ridiculous, but I am so here for it. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, because I post these advice videos pretty often. I also post interviews where I'm a super fan, because I'm a super fan. They're called Fangirl Files, and they're on my channel as well. I'd love you to check them out. I want to have a chat with you in the comments. If you've had your song played on the radio, what station was it? How did you find it? How did you do it? And what are you thinking for your next steps? Also, if you have any questions about music career or finding your way in the music industry, drop them in drop them in the comments below and I will do my best to reply to them and make a video about it. Thank you so much. My name is Jodie Bryant. I'm a radio presenter and I want your song to get on the radio. See you next time.